Okay, hear me out. To work in a good company in India, you need WorkX. To get even simple WorkX in India, you need to have done some kind of work. So to get work, you should have already done work. Now, traditionally, the solution to that has been to do an MBA. Now, MBA would give you a simple salary, first job, and from that you can move on further. But according to a survey, 80% of the people who do an MBA from India are unemployable. They do not find any jobs. 80% of the people. And this number stands at only 10% when we talk about the top institutes of India. But for rest of the colleges, your private universities, it stands at 80%. So what should an average Indian do? They cannot go for an MBA because that won't land them a job unless they end up in a very good MBA. They do not get WorkX because for that they need WorkX. Now there is something called an MIM, and in this video we will be comparing an MIM to an MBA, because you cannot go for an MBA abroad as well, because that also wants you to have work experience. Any good MBA that you look at wants you to have work experience. So in this video, let's talk about MIM versus MBA. Okay, so the first major difference we know, for MIM, ideally you do not need any WorkX. If you have 6 months of WorkX, that's good. If you do not have that, you can still apply for an MIM. For an MBA, you need at least 2 to 3 years of work experience. Now, if you're planning to go for a good MBA, go for 4 or 5 years of work experience. Let's suppose London School of Economics, they want you to have 5 years of work experience. On the other hand, if you go for an MIM in London School of Economics, you're fine even with less than 1 year of work experience. So, first major difference is work experience. Now, talking about the average age of an MIM, an average age of an MIM graduate right now is 23. Average age of an MBA graduate is 27. Now, this 27% is a worldwide number. If we take out India from this, listen carefully. Average age of an MBA graduate is 27. If we take out Indian data and talk about non-Indian students, average age of an MBA climbs up to 27.6. That's the effect India has. India has an average MBA age of 24. And because of Indian MBAs, the average age is being dragged down of entire world. Now, what should be your application goal? Let's suppose first we talk about MBA. Let's suppose you were working in a company for a few years, you were enjoying it in the beginning, now it's very monotonous. Now you want to go ahead with the managerial roles, but you're not getting a chance. Or else you want to shift countries. Or else you want to shift roles. Then MBA can be a very good decision for you, because you can go to an international country, work there, and finally start making bank. But on the other hand, if you plan to go for an MIM, ideally, if let's suppose you're not finding a good job, but you want to get good experience in management, then MIM must be the thing for you. So to keep it simple, if you are stuck in a job, then go for an MBA. If you're not finding the good job, go for an MIM. Tuition cost for an MBA would be somewhere around $50,000 to $1 lakh. 50,000 to 1 lakh, 30 lakh rupees, 35 lakh rupees to straight 70, 80 lakh rupees. On the other hand, tuition fees for an MIM would be comparatively approximately half. So it would be $18,000 to $30,000. Now, ideally for MIM, the course duration is 10 months and can go up to 1 year or 1.5 years in some cases. For an MBA, MBA is for 1 year to 2 years, and majorly you'll find an MBA for 2 years, but yes, somewhere MBA is also for 1 year also. And then executive MBAs are also for 1 year only. Next point is employment opportunities. Both have employment opportunities, but an MIM will lead you to an entry-level job. On the other hand, an MBA would lead you to a managerial role. So as it's understandable, right? Because you come from a place, from an MBA, you come from a place where you already have WorkX. Now, when you do a master's in MBA, you will obviously be going for a managerial role. Talking about average salaries, let's take an example of Canada. Average salary of an MIM graduate in Canada is somewhere around $60,000 to $80,000, and average salary of an MBA is somewhere from $80,000 to $1,20,000. So as it is correctly said, जहाँ पे तुम खत्म होते हो, वहाँ पे मैं शुरू होता हूँ. Okay, so conclusion, I feel like conclusion is very straightforward. If you have WorkX, go for an MBA. If you do not have a WorkX, go for an MIM. If you like this video, I would recommend you to watch MSc in Finance versus MBA in Finance. MSc, MBA. It's a good video. I don't know why it's not at 100k views. It should be. Go make it 100k and like the video.